Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a minute. As you can see, the car is finally wrapped now. I haven't finished my other video yet, but I will be soon. I wanted to do today's video as a DIY of the spark plugs. I need to change the spark plugs in the car. There's just a rough idle, I feel, especially when I start the car. So I'm going to be using NGK laser iridium plugs. I have them here. I will also show you how to gap them as well. And I'm going to do off camera another oil change. This will be my third oil change. Of course, this is going to be the oil I will be using. This is my preference of oil, so don't come for me. But yeah, let's get into it. I will list below all the tools I will be using. They're right here as well, but it's just easier for me to list them below. So yeah, let's get into what I gotta do. I'm gonna start at cylinder 6 and work my way forward. It's just easier for me, and I'll explain what I'm going to be doing from there as well. I also decided to take off the engine cover and the cross strut brace. It's just easier instead of doing it on camera. It's just easier to see without it on. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be showing you, after we remove the strut brace and the engine cover, I just pulled out some of these wiring harnesses, as you can see, just to remove them out of the way, because you're going to need to get into this back cylinder here, and it's just in the way of everything. So I'm just going to remove this bracket back here. Oh, I have it the wrong direction. By removing this, it just makes it easier to get into this rear cylinder because this is in the way. I'll put this over here to the side. Okay, this is done. Okay. Now that everything, oh, I actually have to remove this. It's still stuck on there. Okay, now that I have a little more room, I should be able to get back in there. Alright, so now I'm going to take off the fuel pump connector. I have to lift up this little clip here. Now this is off. Alright. Now I'm going to come into this back section and loosen the bolt for the ignition coil to get the coil out so that we can get the plug out. So tight back here, and I have fat fingers, so it makes it difficult, but I should have it out. Move this to the side. And I should be able to, oh, I forgot to do one thing. So I need to grab a pick to lift this, but let me grab a screwdriver. It's easier to get to the screwdriver. There's that. Bear with me. It's hard to see back here compared to cylinder 1. The angle is a bit hard. Okay, that's out now. So now I should just be able to pop this coil straight out like so, and I took it out. So that's coil number 6. These are genuine coils still, as I haven't changed them, but they're made by Eldor. And now, as you can hear in the background, it's raining, but now I'm going to go in and take out the spark plug. I'm just going to remove this. I have an extension on my 3/8 ratchet with the spark plug tool socket. I'm going to move this out of the way. And there we go. Just going to take off the ratchet now and do it by hand. Such an awkward position back here, but excuse my faces. Feel it. Should be out now. And this is what, ooh, I just hit my head. This is what my spark plug looks after almost 11,000 miles on it. And I do drive it pretty hard, so this is my daily. I drive it everywhere. I love it. Alright, so now I'm going to just show you quickly how to properly gap the tool. Like I said, these are the laser iridium plugs by NGK. Highly recommend using them. So we have a little cheat over here. It's actually the best tool that I ever made. It's by Berger Motorsports. You thread the plug in to your desired height. I'm just going to put it a little bit higher. And then these plugs, personally for me, is going to be 0.022. So I'm going to use the feeler tool for that. And then what you're going to do is, I'm going to lay mine straight down and put my feeler tool right here. And slowly, you could either turn the plug or the top. I'm just turning the top as it's easier. And you just want this hand tight. And then once you feel it tight, you're going to back off, take out the feeler tool back in, and just make sure that it's gapped at the proper size. So I'm just going to do it again. Hold it down. It's tight. And I'm going to take it out. And I'm just going to do it again facing this way. And it should be snug in there. You shouldn't have any like real movement with it. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to undo all of this. Unscrew it. And now it's time to put the plug back in the car. So again, you want to do this all by hand. You don't want to use an impact gun. It's very important that you do it by hand. Otherwise, you can strip the thread inside. And I just like to take it out to make sure I have the first couple of threads done properly. And then go back in and hand tighten it. And then I will use my ratchet to also make sure it's tighter, obviously. All right, now that that's hand tight, I'm gonna take my ratchet and put my ratchet on. And this is hand tight. There's a lot of resistance to it, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ignition coil back in, and I'm going to do 5 to 1. I'm going to work my way forward. Alright, so now that the spark plug is tightened down, I'm going to put the ignition coil back into cylinder 6 and just tighten everything back down, and then I'm going to go back to cylinder 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and work my way forward. So, just got to slowly put this in here, like the way I took it out. There we go. Gotta twist it. Make sure it's in all the way. Now, tighten this back down. I can't see. Okay, now I'm going to put the connector back onto the back. I can see. I give props to everyone who works on these daily, or any BMW in general. It is super tight back here. Gotcha. Alright, I think I have it in. And now I'm going to go to cylinder 5. So, to do that, gotta lift up on the tab. Alright, so as you can see, it was a pretty quick install. All 6 plugs went in around 25-35 minutes, depending on how quickly you do it. Took me about 30 minutes to do all 6 of them. I will list, again, all the tools I used in the description below, but just a quick little tidbit for you if you didn't already know this. If you look at the spark plug, it says BMW right here, that they stamped it on there, but if you look underneath, it says SILZK-G8S, and if you look at the NGK box, it has the same part number, but it also says this 96206 number, which is their part number. So as you know, NGK is the OEM supplier for this car. That's just a quick little tidbit I like to tell everyone, but we also keep these parts in stock, so don't forget to hit us up for them. And let me get my key so I can start up the car so we could hear how it idles. Hopefully it idles better than before, because it was quite rough. Oh, just locked on me. And so far so good. The only thing I need to do is I need to clear the engine oil service light on my car because, like I said, this is the third oil change I've done. It's just written here on the dash. It just needs to be cleared out by my scan tool. I will do that off camera, no big deal. But yeah, don't forget to hit us up for anything you need.